like back in our spots. Can you not? Okay. So we're like back in our spots, and then the girl, like after we're done, like by this time, like after halftime, like the pit, like the student section for the other school moved to the opposite side. Like before they're in the middle, but now they're at the far end.
Okay.
And like because the Saints pit is over here, and then this other pit was over here, and then so like we do a jump, and they like saw me again, and the girl. Like, she, like, walks out, like, mid-court, and then she, like...
Mid-court?
Yeah, she, like, it's, like, timeout, so there's not really that much time. So she's, like, pointing at me, she's like, you, and does this thing, just, like, all this stuff.
How cruel.
Yeah, like, and she, like, yeah, in the school, like, everyone sees her. Like, I bet her parents, like, saw her, and she was just, like, you, and, like, all this stuff, and I'm just, like... So I waved at her, I'm like, okay, you're stupid. And, like, the pit was, like... Oh, like, and then they did, like, you're so ratchet again. And then, like, but it was just, like, so dumb. Like, you look like an idiot. Like, first off, you have, like, fat hanging off your, like, leggings. And then you have, like, this little short bandeau and, like, paint all over your stomach. And, like, I was just, like, you're just stupid. And then, like, so that happened. And then, like, everyone was like, oh, was that, like towards you? And, like, everyone's like, oh, yeah, like, did you see you, like, not walk out towards her and, like, point at Talia? So at this time, I'm just, like, really pissed off because I'm just like, okay, this girl, like, honestly, like, needs to, like, hop off. So then, like, I, like, go outside and, like, get some fresh air because I was just, like, so, like, agitated. I couldn't even, like, stand it. Like, everyone was like, oh, yeah, Talia, like, steam was coming out of your ears. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So then I, like, come back, and then there's another timeout because, like, I don't know, CCA was just calling a bunch of timeouts because they were losing. But, like, we're beating them by, like, 30 at this point. And then so we, so another timeout, like, this is when I was, like, really mad, so So, yeah, so I go out and tumble again, and then this time, like, I finish, like, kind of close to the student section, but I'm like, okay, whatever. So I walk over to their student section, and, like, I spirit, like, for them, like waving or whatever, and then I walk up to the one girl, and I was like, straight into her face, like, I was, like, this close to her, and then, I told you this over the phone.
You were going very fast.
Okay, so I was, like, this close to her, and I'm like, this, and then she, like, screams, she, like, gets up and, like, screams at me, she's like, go home, bitch, like, get the fuck out of here, like, all this stuff.
Oh,
no, she was, like,
teachers?
flipping out on me, and I
came on a bus.
Yeah, they came on a bus.
So there was no coach there?
Where's the Saints teachers? Anybody,
right.
No, so she was just, like, cussing me out, and, like, and her friends joined in, and it's like, yeah, you, like, fucking slut, and, like, all this stuff, and I'm like,
my God.
Like, honestly, I didn't even do anything. Like, I just, like, came over to your side, spirited, like, I'm out, and then, like, she pushed me when she said that.
She pushed you?
Yeah, she touched me and she pushed me, and I'm like, okay.
Push it back?
No. Because like, I knew, like, I didn't want to do anything to get me.
Push her back.
I didn't want to do anything to, like, get me kicked off cheer or anything.
Right.
So I was like, okay, like, whatever, I'm just going to go. So then I, like, go back and, like, start to tumble back, but then she grabs my arm, and, like, right when I was, like, I was literally going for, like, my round off to start, like, my back handsprings, and then she, like, grabs it, like, really hard, and I turn around, and I'm like, are you kidding me? And then I, like, rolled my eyes at her, and she's like, yeah, like, you go, and, like, so, and then, like, I tumble back, and I'm like, oh, I was, like, so mad, but then this girl that was, this girl that was part of, like, the little, like, bandeau club with the paint on her stomach, she comes out, throws a round-off back handspring, like, just one, when I've been throwing 3, and I'm like, okay, well, like, you look dumb now. And she, like, threw a toe touch after, and she's like, yeah, like, in front of her student section.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? This timeout must have been really long, I don't know. But I'm like, you know what? So I go back, and everyone's like, like, freaking out. So I go back over to their section.
Dance off!
And I, like, run up to her, and then she's all like, go home! Like, the same thing she was kind of saying, and I'm like, I'm at home. This is Saints. I'm pretty sure you guys are the ones that aren't home, so you guys go home. And then they, like, flip out again. I'm like, okay, like, timeout's, like, gonna stop. So then I go back, and, like, they're, like, still, like, midway, like, on the court, like, like, all this stuff. And, like, by this, when I go back, like, the pit is, like, not even in the bleachers anymore. They're, like, on the ground. Like, they're, like, on the court, like, freaking out, like,
and this is a CIF event where they control it. They control the door and the gym.
Yeah, and then so they, like, but then they get back in the pit, and they're, like, all freaking out, and, like, the whole, like, first 2 lines, like, all, like, give me high fives, and I'm like, okay. And then
Callie loves.
Yeah, Brenda said she was ready to fight with you.
Oh, yeah, no, she told me, she's all like, I was ready to, like, hop out
throw down.
But then, like,
Chick fight! Chick fight!
Guys would love that. Like, we were just cheering the same kind of thing, like you, but now it's even more because I just hate them even more. And then, so, like, after the game, like everyone comes up to me like, Talia, like, that was sick or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, but like, how am I supposed to get out? Like, I bet you this girl's like waiting outside to like punch me right now. Like, I bet you she's like right there waiting for me. So then, like, I had Brenna, and then I had like some of my like guy friends, like they all like walked out.
I hope it wasn't just Brenna.
I know. I thought it was just Brenna. I was like, oh,
No,
Brenna the protector. Yes.
And then so we were walking out, and then they're all like in a clump getting ready to go on the bus, like right where we had to go to like get in Brenna's car. So they were all in a clump, and like we all like walked through, and then these like girls, they look pretty young. They're all like, "Oh, what was up with that bitchy little cheerleader? Da-da-da-da, especially that one." Da-da-da-da. And I was like, literally, like they were right in front of me. So I'm like, "Hi guys," and then they like turned around. They're like, "Oh," and I'm like, "How's it going?" And then they were like, "Oh, like what?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I heard it. It's no big deal. You know, I heard what you said." And then, so they like kind of ran
Taking
off.
the high road.
Turning the other cheek. How Christian of you.
And then so like they like kept walking, and then like now I was out. Now I was in like the big part, like the center of the pit. Like everyone, like I was literally like, it was bad. So then they're all just like talking, but like some of the guys like from CCA came up to me after the game, like, "Hey, like, I just wanted to apologize. Like, our girls got out of hand, and like, I'm really sorry about it.
That's
But like, you're honestly like amazing. Like, don't let it get to you. Like, our girls are just dumb. Like, don't even worry about it." So I was like, "Oh, so like your guys don't even like these girls. Like, they're taking like the other team." And I was like, "Okay," but it was just funny. So like that was nice. There was like 4 guys that did that. Nice. And then like when I was going through, like one of the girls was like one of the nice girls who wasn't with the bando. She's like, "Oh my God, you were amazing!" Like, gave me a high five, and the guys were like, "Oh yeah." But then like the girl that was on my case the whole night, she was standing right there like this, like looking at me. And then I was like, "Okay, Brenna, let's go. Brenna, let's go." And then we were walking, and then and then the girl who was on my case, she's like, "Oh, that was that one cheerleader. Like, come back here." And then like I was like, "Hi." And she's all like, "Yeah, you with the fake hair." And I'm like, "How is my hair?"
Do not criticize my hair, girl.
Worst comeback you could have come up with at all. And then, like, I was like, that was so
I've been turning the other sheet. When you start messing with my hair, I'm going to throw down right now.
You like my frizzes, you like my streakiness.
Fake hair.
You like the non-normal.
Like, it was just, I was like, okay, like, that was really dumb. And then, and then she's like, "Come back here." And then, Brenna said something like, "Oh, we don't mess with fat girls," or something like that. And then she said something like that, and then I screamed, I'm like, "Weight Watchers!" And then I was like, walk out, like, "Are you kidding me?" And then like, "Come back," and Brenna's like, "Nope," and I'm like, "We're out." And we like just like ran.
Really ran. I knew the running was coming.
It was so funny.
Weight Watchers.
Didn't the pit like say that at one point?
Oh, yeah, okay, the pit. Okay, because I went up to, like, the pit leader of the night, and I was like, "Okay, can you, like, but this was before, like, all happened. Like, it was, like, halftime. It was before, like, anything really happened, but they were just kind of agitating me. So I'm like, "Can you say something about, like, to them, like, how they're fat and stuff?" Like, I was like, "Lay off the donuts. Like, think of something clever, like," and he's like, "Okay, like, Weight Watchers, Fat Albert, like, something like that." I'm like, "Yeah, like, do something like that." So then they, like, chanted, like, they're, like, love handles. Like, they, like, chanted that, and then they were, like, Weight Watchers, and just, like, all this stuff.
They're kind of cruel for
Yeah.
But they're pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
Love handles.
No, it's funny.
This
But, like, even, like, when a basketball player falls on the ground, they go, like, "How's our wood taste?" And, like, just, like, they just do stuff like that.
They
but,
did
like,
that in their okay.
They're funny.
Yeah,
I mean, they're funny.
They aren't mean. Like, they're just, like, but they're
just
harsh,
funny.
but they're funny.
Yeah.
So they said that during it,
We
but
weren't
then...
allowed to do the cheer like the one that ugly, you're ugly. You know that ugly one, the ugly cheer?
You're ugly.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Forget that one. You know what I'm
So
talking
your
about.
blood was up.
Never mind. Go back.
Orders
Okay,
were
sorry,
flying, you guys
Talia.
were
Go
fired
ahead.
up.
Yeah. So, well, we walked out, and that was pretty much it. And then they're just like...
But then you became
they
a
didn't follow
celebrity.
you.
You became a, what did you say? They're trending.
Oh, I was
trending.
I was trending on Twitter.
I'm trending on
Oh,
Twitter.
yeah. Brenna came home. She was all fired up. She was all fired up.
I know, I was texting her, I'm like, "How are we going to get to bed last night?" And she's like, "We aren't." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Because, like, literally, I was like...
Oh my God, you were like, that was the
I mean,
funniest.
she called me and she's telling me the story, but it's really, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Are we still at the pit? Or are we on the gym floor? Where
I know, I was trying to get Brenna to go to bed. She goes, "I'm so hyped up. I can't go to bed. I'm so hyped up."
Because me and Brenna, we were like, I was so pissed off. So she's like, "Okay, just like let it out in the car," because I didn't want, because I was like really, really, really ready to scream. And so I was like, just let it out in the car. So like I get in the car, I'm like, ah! And then she's all like, okay, like let's go. Like she's like, oh, it was just so. It was
Hopefully
really
she drove okay.
No, she was fine. It was really funny.
Okay, so she's been driving a year now, so she can have people in the car.
Yeah.